G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 20 of my Aether Spellbinder 3 Ways playthrough. Last episode we got up to Barrowholm, and today we are going to be continuing the Barrowholm quests and heading through to Malmouth. Towards the end of the last episode, I got these as a drop, the Mythical Touch of the Ever-Living Grove. Now these are, at least allegedly, pet gloves. But one thing I would like to point out about these is they have a lot of health on them. They have some regen stuff as well, but they have a lot of health. They have 8% total speed, so that's run speed, attack speed, and cast speed, all in one stat. They have low resistance, and elemental is not usually one that you want. And they have a healing proc on attack. Now, this heal heals the caster. This is not a pet heal. And it can trigger every 4.5 seconds. 3% is not very much. You're looking at, what, 300 and something-ish? Plus 1,650, though, that's about a 20% heal every 4 seconds. So this is actually quite good. The downside, of course, is if I put this on, RIP my chaos resistance. And I do actually need that in this episode. So unfortunately I can't wear those, but I am going to hang on to them because they could be good to wear. Especially if I can find maybe a ring or a pair of, well, pants are going to be very hard to replace, but maybe a ring with some better chaos resistance than I currently have might be okay. But for now, I can't wear those, which is a shame because they are actually quite good. Right, let's get over to Barrowholm and let's make some progress. So the Barrowholm quests are, I mean, they exist. I know I don't sound really all that enthused about them. This is probably my least favorite set of quests in the game. Specifically the mine. I don't like the mine, and it's probably very, very mild PTSD from the times where I had to go back and find that one crab. But yeah, I don't like this section. Anyway, we're going to help the villagers here. We will remain friendly with them because they have augments and such. How are we doing for reputation with everybody? It's always good to check this sort of thing at the start of an episode, just so I don't have, for example, rovers sitting there with a third of the way through Honored, and I still don't have the writ. Looks like I'm good, though. Yeah, seems we're good. The Coven of Ugdenbog, their augments are available for sale now, but I can't use them until level 90. But that is coming up, so soon. Soon. Same with the witch cults, or the witch god cults. So the Cult of Soleil, Bismail, and Dreek. That is coming up as well. We'll be able to use their stuff at level 90. Having said that, we're not exactly well loved by the cults at this point. We still have to do Ultimate Forgotten Gods, and I haven't actually done Elite because we skipped it. So there will be some reputation grinding required. Alright, let's maybe thin the herd a little bit so I don't end up dead. There we go. Alright, we'll just jump back. Hello? Why were you sparkling? Wonder what happened there. I was thinking it might have been a hero, but nope. I think it maybe spat some poison at me and Spectral Wrath decided to fight back. And then, what's this called? Overload. Overload gave the gives the chance for burning, frostburn, and electrocute damage, which I think is what I was seeing. At least that makes sense. Okay, we're going to turn the items off, and we're going to pop this, and you need to die immediately. There we go. And that's pretty much it. What do we got? Blue items. Void Forge Battle Plate, Quick Draw, Shade Leather Leggings, Dementia, Gore Feast, and the Hulking Leg Guards. Probably none of these are going to get used. That's definitely not. This one does actually have a decent amount of Aether damage, decent amount of OA and DA, and that's kind of where the good stuff ends, so that's a no. Hulking leg guards do have Aether resistance, which actually I don't need anymore. I need the elemental more than I need the Aether. The shade leather leggings. I would like to use these, actually, just looking at them. That's a lot of cunning, which is going to translate to a lot of offensive ability. Unfortunately, I would lose some health, gain a ton of armor, which is what I was actually looking at. But it would also uncap my elemental resistance, so I can't really use those. These ones I can't equip anyway because I don't have enough physique. I'm not even close. Same with the battle plate here. Also, this would convert Aether to Vitality, so that's just out. Let me see here. Sandstorm, Shattered Real, oh, a belt. Okay, yeah, none of that, thank you. I'll pick it all up and we will go and sell it to the vendor. I don't know who the merchants think they're going to sell this stuff to, but apparently they think there's someone who will buy it. Right, let's kill this guy here. Ravagrad, if that really is his name. Could be a title, I'm not sure. But we'll kill him, and then we are going to go inside the mine. And like I mentioned, this is probably my least favorite section of the game. Well, maybe not the whole game, but I don't enjoy this section, let's just put it that way. Mostly because I miss crabs occasionally, and then I have to do it again. So, like I mentioned, if you miss some of the crabs, you will have to come back and either run through a mostly empty mine until you find the one you missed, or, which is what I usually do, just reset the instance, run it again, and you'll be fine. The crabs you're looking for are the yellow named ones. They are pit creepers, I think they are. Pit something. Starts with P, yellow names, looks like a crab. Can't miss them. It's not this one. But I'm definitely going to make a pretty solid effort at sweeping this entire area. Because if you miss one crab, you gotta run all the way back. Alright, let's get the Aether snake here. Send him to live with the Aether cow, actually. Alright, treasure trove in here. There's a few spots for this. I'll try to point them out as I go past. There's a decent chance I'm going to forget, though. So this is one of them, and I think I pointed them all out in the normal playthrough, or the normal section of the playthrough, so you can probably go back and watch that again to find them if you need help. Where is my pit creepers, or... Yeah, it's pit creeper, there we go, I just killed one. You know what, let's go down there. I don't think there's going to be huge amounts of other stuff down here, but there can be, for sure. And then once you get here, make sure you come down to this little section here. There's going to be some crabs under the ground. There's going to be some crabs. Hello? Crabs under the... No? Okay. Well, usually there's crabs under the ground there. And they will crawl out once you get close, but if you don't run down into this little section here, they won't come out of the ground, and usually there's a pit creeper in that little group. Or at least whenever I've missed a group, it's usually there. And so that little section has forced me to run this place at least twice more than I would like, so I tend to remember that one. Right, let's turn the loot off and do this little fight here. Shouldn't prove too very dangerous. Let's go ahead and use the mirror. Get out of that rubbish, whatever that was. Some sort of skill disruption. Okay, what do we got? Silver Sentinel, no. Corruptor's Robe, no. Alchemist Mantle, also no. Lich of Readiness. This is a maybe. I think I already have something similar to that. Let's just chuck that in there for a second. That one is definitely a no, and all of that is no as well. So, where's the Lich? Liches of Celerity is what I have there. So 10% casting speed versus 71 offensive ability and 48 defensive ability. And the rest of that should be largely the same. What is my casting speed currently? page 2. Where are we? Casting speed, 155. So I definitely need more. This would be kind of okay. Do I need the bleeding res? Not really, so I could swap this in. Instead of the impervious of hungering rifts. So let's swap that out. And even without the soul shard on there, resistances are still capped. What did I just swap out? I lost the augment as well, so we don't need the augment either. So I traded 24% piercing resist, 22% bleeding in exchange for yeah, some vitality that I don't need. But 10% casting speed is actually a big deal. So, okay, that was a decent trade. Can I do this? No. Oh, actually, yes. Because... Hang on. Let me grab this dynamite. And this chest, and this chest, and this body, and this loot behind the wall, which is, you know, a chest. Chuck that on there. Okay. Here we go. I've got a genius plan. Very, very cunning plan. So cunning you could stick a tail on it and call it a fox. And if you get that reference, you have my respect. And if you don't, go and watch Blackadder. It's hilarious. Okay. Where are we here? Ooh. Ooh, that's tempting. Okay. Maybe what I do, actually. Maybe. Poison is 30% over. Bleed is only 7. Okay. But I can get 2 of these. Alright, I've had an idea. Once again, it's extremely cunning. So we put these on. This is 24% Aether and Chaos. So we're way over on Aether. And we're 34% over on Chaos. You see? You picking up what I'm putting down? That is genius, that is. So that's just got us another heal. A little more defensive stuff. Another 8% total speed, so we should be... yeah, 163%. Pretty dang nice, in my opinion. Not that anyone really asked me, but, you know. It's my video. I get to give my opinion. Alright. So, I've got augments on all of my jewelry now. I can't actually get the armor ones yet, because where is Blacklead? Oh, I take it all back. Oh, I take it all back. Okay, alright. This just got really, really easy. Alright, we are putting... we're putting that ring on. And then this ring... we're going to put this on instead of that one, and just see what happens. Okay. We are way under on Elemental, which I don't love. Alright, we can't go that far. Okay, we need that one at least. Alright. So that gives me... actually not that much, now that I'm looking at it. Alright, so because we have Black Legion at Revered, and we are level 70 or higher, we can use the Black Legion augments. So they go on armor, and you have a choice between either 9% Chaos and 9% Aether, or I think it's 12% Poison and 9% Bleeding, something like that. Let's go have a look here. So Kingsguard is... oh, it's Pierce and Poison. Okay, so we can fix Poison, and we can fix Aether and Chaos. We can't really fix Bleeding, and we can kind of fix Fire, but not also all the rest of this. So, we do that instead. That doesn't really help us, because we still need the Elemental. Alright, so we don't do that. We do that. That gets me... so this gets me an Aether Missile proc. Mighty is kind of... yeah, it's whatever. And then we fix all these resistances with the Black Legion stuff. Okay. I'm getting it now. Right. let's just sell all this. And yes, I noticed the components I just sold, and I don't think I care. Right, so we need 1 Mankind's Vigil. That's going to fix Chaos. And then we have 6 other armor pieces that we can put things on. We don't really need 72% poison and acid, so I think we need, what, 3 of these? And I think that'll do. So let's chuck that on there, that on there, that one on there, and then this one on here. Resistances are now fixed. We've got our healing proc. We've got an extra Aether missile proc, which I think takes us up to like 4 or 5 of those now. Let me see here. This one is the Aether lightning. There's another Aether missiles. So we're at what, 2, 3. Okay, so only 3. But that's not bad. Okay. Made some gear upgrades. Everybody's happy. Ish. Let's go back into the mines. Also, apparently I triggered the turtle shell at some point. Didn't notice that happen, so that's definitely not a good thing, and oh dear. I wonder how many people noticed that. Certainly I didn't. So you remember how I said that I really hate the mine because it forces you to run back? Well, it's kind of my fault this time. Okay, we'll take the faster route this time instead of the somewhat slower route that you're forced to take because of the wards. So instead, we're going to kind of do a reverse of the normal run that I do. And we're going to go down this way instead. And we will grab this ward right here. Done. We will blow all this stuff up. I want to get over... Nope, no, I'm in the right spot. Okay. So I want to run down here. We've got the these things. And I do want to actually go and get the travelers. So we'll rescue the travelers, then we'll come back for the mine. So it's still not good, but this could have been, you know, could have been a lot worse. Actually, not really. This is pretty bad as far as redoing stuff. Soul Splitter, pretty unlikely to be good, but we'll have a look at it. Definitely, actually pretty good. Can I use that? Not really. I need the, well, I guess I could. Let me actually have a look at this. What? Okay, Black Legion. Alright, let's see if I can do it twice in one episode. Alright, Black Legion, Aether, Augment. I don't think I'm going to end up using this, but I just want to see the effect it has. So we've got Potent... no, it was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. Alright, we chuck that on there. And then I need a... Wrath Stone. Done. Okay. Now I've got a really easy way to see if this is actually better. Now it says it's better. It says it's a lot better, actually. But I want Panetti's. And now what does it say? Now it says it's worse. Okay, that's fine. So we're looking at... I actually don't want that there. We're looking at 24.5 to 27 on Panetti's. And now it's considerably lower. So I can see exactly the makeup of this, and this is considerably worse. The other thing as well is this number here does not take into effect the Aether Lightning proc on this. And if I had a damage proc on this as well, it would also not take into effect that. So this, in spite of it saying that it is way better, this is based on hitting things with the weapon, because I have weapon attack here. And it's only when I change the main and the left mouse button to my actual spell that it will show me the effect on the spell. Now, I hate having attacks on this. Generally, I will have just move to. In fact, I'm going to leave it on move to. Because move to will also allow you to bash barrels and stuff, but it won't make you attack. So there you go. That's a good way to compare things like that. Also, I need a Restless Remains. So just noticed I'm missing that from my gloves there. Just casually throwing away some lifesteal, a bunch of energy, and 10% casting speed, which is absolutely nuts. Alright, we also just hit level 85, so one there. And now I have a choice. So mental alacrity is good because casting speed, although I only have 1 point, so I'm actually not going to get any more casting speed with my 1 point. I would have to put at least 2 in here. I could chuck in an overload here. This would get me another, what's that, 8 offensive ability, a minuscule amount of Aether resistance. So that's possible. This will get me 2% crit damage, which is not bad. This would get me some flat elemental damage, which is added to Panetti's replicating missile because it does have a weapon damage component. I think I get like half of that. Is it half or a third? Where's the weapon damage? 30%, okay. So I would get 30% of whatever the increase here is. 35 points. Okay, so I would be getting about another 10 flat damage. Multiplied through by all the percentages and stuff, it's probably somewhere around an extra 1,000 or so damage, which is not bad. I believe I said, though, that I wanted Mark of Torment. And that is true. However, 86 we get 2 points. 87 we get 2 points. 88, that's up to 6 points. 89 is 8 points. 90 is going to be 10 points. 11, so we've got about 20 points to play with. And it's going to be most of that just to get there. So this is kind of not a good investment trying to get there. So I think I'm just going to chuck 3 more points in Spectral Binding, and then we'll start heading that way, I think. Even if I don't actually get there, the extra stats are definitely good. Okay. Where were we up to? Oh, and we're pumping Spirit. Because, you know, we're playing hardcore, so of course we go for damage. I will say, though, going for damage when you're actually doing alright for survivability, dead things can't hurt you, usually. So getting more damage is actually kind of survivability. It's more of a balancing act in this game. Grim Dawn is definitely one of the more... How do I say this? Defenses are much more important in Grim Dawn than they seem to be in a lot of other ARPGs. Stacking defenses, you really have to go all in on the defenses and completely ignore your ability to kill things before it becomes a problem. Whereas in a lot of other MMOs, or not MMOs, ARPGs, you can pretty much just focus on offense and the defense will more or less take care of itself. So defense is definitely important for Grim Dawn, but I kind of feel like it has to be a little more balanced. And that's the main reason why I tend not to use Ishtak and Tree for my pet builds. I just think it costs you way too much damage, and now you actually need to be tanky because you're taking a lot of extra damage from things that would otherwise be dead. So if you're taking Mogdrogan the Wolf and you're taking extra resistance shredding and just like more damage in general, you actually kill things and it reduces the damage you take. So it's tankiness, almost tankiness by proxy, I guess is how I want to call it. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my head, but, you know, words are hard, and I'm struggling to get it out. But that's generally the idea, especially with pets, but with a lot of my characters, I tend to go for not focusing on damage, but maybe more damage than might otherwise be appropriate, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's the idea behind it. You can disagree with it for sure. And it's not the only way you can do things either. Anyway, we're back in the mines now. I finished waffling. What are you? Storm Shell. Okay. Well, down he goes. And that's going to be a +1 Harmonious of Attack is actually really good. This is a +1 Inquisitor belt with 3 really good resistances, percent health, percent energy, a bunch of offensive ability. Aether converted to elemental kind of ruins it. But yeah, that's not a bad belt at all. If I was playing an Inquisitor and didn't care about the Aether conversion, that would be a pretty good drop. Alright, where did you come from? You've got friends, haven't you? Okay, just making sure there was no pit creepers. I think by this stage you're pretty much entirely into the Ghost Crab section. Mage Storm? Mage Storm. Oh, it's an offhand. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any more pit creepers here. And we'll probably just get the boss in that one pack there. There we go. Easy. That's a Nemesis. That's Chupacabra. Okay. Shit just got real. Okay, do we fight this? I'm not sure, actually. So if I kill him, he's gonna split. I'm gonna keep getting hit by these bleed piles. Yeah, I don't like this at all. Let's maybe try and avoid Chupacabra. The good thing about him being here, I actually forgot he could spawn now. But the good thing about him being here is that once I leave, and I probably should be rifting out of here rather than running and hoping he misses. But once I leave, he can't follow me and he can't spawn again. So... should I kill him? Should I try to kill him? I'll probably end up dying, honestly. Without Mark of Torment, I kind of don't want to. That's my turn to miss. Maybe we can kite him around for a bit. Maybe that's the play. Wait, where's he going? Oh, he ran all the way over there. Okay, is he coming back? Yeah, he's coming back. Okay, I think what I can do is I can just haunt and ill omen them. And then I might actually be able to kill these. This is a really bad idea, just for the record. This is a horrible idea. But I can probably just kite them until one of them falls over. There he goes. There you go. Okay, Ill Omen should spread amongst them pretty quickly. And with them being 4 of them, and kind of tightly packed, I'm getting extra hits from Panetti's. And they're actually going to go down. Geez, I just ran into a corner there. That was very nearly a very bad time. But I did get them. I did get them. Much to my surprise. Those pants are... Those pants are kind of crazy. Okay, well I can't use them. Anyway. And the reward for not being a complete coward, only mostly being a coward. Ouroboroc's Visage, well... This is an Aether damage set. This is an Aether damage Spellbinder set. This one for Drain Essence, converting to Aether. So that is a really good one to have. And I may end up using that set to farm extra stuff. The Beacon of Winter's Veil, obviously more of a Spellbinder thing, or a Spellbreaker, sorry. But yeah, I'm surprised I could kill that. So there you go. Build can kill Nemesis in the campaign if you spend 90% of the fight running away. Alright, well, that got the blood pumping. Alright, I think we are... I missed a ward, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, Southern Ward. Let's go back and get it. I know exactly where it is. So I missed that, and we have... I think that's it. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get the ward. It's gonna be over this way. I heard the Nemesis spawning sound, and I was very confused for a second. I think I've still got the Archon playthrough in my brain, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, hang on, Nemesis here? There's no Nemesis that spawned in this cave. Still on patch 1.1.9.8. The Nemesis change is actually pretty good. I am a fan. Initially, I wasn't entirely sure. Then I was very happy because, you know, I was farming them at the time, and farming the Reaper when you just go into the cavern here and you get pretty much guaranteed spawn. It's pretty good, but when you're leveling, you're maybe not quite ready for Chupacabra to jump out of a cave full of crabs at you. Okay, I've already got with the pests as well. Cool. Honored with Barrowholm. Right. First thing you do when you see honored with anyone is you go to their faction merchant. Where is it? Oh, I have to go and eat the rest of my conversation pie first. But yes, the first thing you have to do is go to their faction merchant, which I think is going to be her. Maybe I have to leave first and come back. And you buy the writ. Yeah, it's not her. Okay, let's go do Laria, and then we'll come back and we should be able to buy it then. So as soon as you get revered with any faction, go and buy the writ, so you can get... As soon as you get honored with any faction... I'm telling you, man, words are hard. As soon as you get honored with any faction, go get the writ, and you will get to revered faster. There we go. Took way longer than it should have. Alright, I'm actually going to break my revered reputation with the Coven right here. Getting revered with Barrowholm is harder, so I want the positive Barrowholm reputation from Laria, which means I'm going to kill her. Unfortunately for her, that means she dies. Unfortunately for me, it means I don't get to keep my revered reputation with Coven. You'll see here, minus 250 with the Coven of Ugdenbog. Doesn't... Whether you kill her or you wait, she's dead. If you don't kill her yourself, then when you go back to talk to Scorv, either for this quest or the next one, her body will be there, and they've killed her themselves. Or someone has killed her and they've got the body. So whether you kill her or not, she's dead. It's just a matter of getting the most out of it for yourself. Alright, let's sell all of this. Hang on, do I want any of that? I believe the answer is no, but we'll just have a quick look. No, okay. And the Chupacabra's choices there. Heavy pants, huge armor upgrade. Actually, a crazy amount of resistances on it. And we're selling it. Same with that legendary there. Selling that as well. That's a quest item. We'll keep that. Okay, so Scorv is out the back here. And Laria's not here yet. But yes, I have dealt with Laria. There's the 500 Barrowholm rep. And some blood. Okay, so now we get to gather the hearts. This is actually one of my favorite quests. So, we need to go and collect Handaroth, Uvaloth, Olivioth, and Uvaloth. There we go. We need to go collect their hearts, which basically means we need to hunt them down and kill them. Now, one of them is going to be in the Gloom World here. And this is, as I've mentioned many times before, my favorite farming run. So we're going to go on my favorite farming run, safe in the knowledge that Chupacabra is dead and can't hurt me. And we're going to find, I think it's Uvaloth in here. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but there are several spawn locations, and we're going to hit all of them until we find him. That's a lot of damage. Oh, we're reflecting. Okay. Maybe look at getting some reflect resistance at some point. Because Because even with maxed out resistances, that is still really painful. Okay, no treasure trove there, no totem there. We are moving on. Let's just get rid of the tail. There we go. Next place to check is out the back here, and then up here. So you can find... I mean, I can't see the star on the map, so I know they're not here. But we could find Pakla here, we could find random heroes here. This is a good place to check. There we go, Handaroth. Okay, may have Pakla here with him. Appears not to, which is nice. Alright, there's Handaroth, there's his heart. Golemborn Greaves, and finally, the Seal of Corruption. Okay. The Seal of Corruption is going to give you flat and percent Aether damage, offensive ability, those are all really good. The other thing it's going to give you is Aether Corruption, which is kind of similar to Ill Omen and Haunt. So now we have 3 of those. You only want to use one Seal of Corruption, and you want to keep a Wrathstone. So I'm going to go and... We're kind of done in the Gloom World for this quest. So I'm going to go make a Seal of Corruption. And also I need to visit the Black Legion and grab a new augment for my weapon, which is Aether Dust. There we go. Also, can I wear these? These are really good boots. 300 armor for 15 seconds every 25 seconds when you're being hit is really, really good. Can I just put those on? Is that a thing? That's not really a thing. You know what? Let's make it a thing. Where were we up to? So you've got Kingsguard. There we go. And it's kind of a thing. Bleeding. Ugh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, bleeding is kind of... Ouch. Okay, let me see if I can make bloodied crystals yet. No, I cannot. Okay. I can't put a silk swatch on or I will lose my armor rating. I may just have to wait on these. But I definitely want those. Absolutely. 100%. Okay. Corruption. So, Seal of Corruption. Oh, I've already got the stuff for it. Why can I only make 5? All the flowers. Okay, there we go. Remember I've been saying you want to collect these? This sort of thing is why.
Don't get killed out there.
Right, don't clear the portal. Actually, it doesn't really matter if I clear the portal this time. It's probably why I remembered it. The more important the portal is, the less likely I am to remember. So we'll go come and talk to Darlet here. Could maybe get a new weapon as well. Okay, keep the item. And we're going to chuck a new augment on there, and also the corruption thingy. Alright, I'm going to move nullification over here and chuck on Aether Corruption. So the Aether Corruption itself is going to do lightning and Aether damage, and then it's also going to debuff the enemy's attack and casting speed. So this is kind of a combination damage over time plus slow on the enemies. That lightning and damage, or lightning and Aether damage, actually we'll just go chuck it on a dummy. This is going to pulse every second, and it's going to do that damage every second. So if we just put that on there, you can see it hitting every second, and then obviously all the rest of it. This is also going to spread, similar to both Haunt and Ill Omen, so it's really good. The other thing is it doesn't have a casting it does have a casting animation. I was going to say it didn't have a casting animation. Turns out it does when you have a target. Alright, that's fine. But you can see we're just vomiting Aether now, which is really cool. Okay, back to collecting the hearts. So the first one is going to be in the Gloom World. I'll just quickly point the other spawn locations on the map. I'm not going to run there. So, none over here. There's one here. There's one here. None down here. When you come out over here, there's a spawn location here. And then there's also one kind of here and here or something like that. Definitely north of this. Do I want to go get that totem? I mean, I do. Question is how badly. I think I want it badly enough. Oh, this is corruption and ill omen and haunt on everything. And I definitely should get used to applying haunt first because that has resistance shred. Alright, let's turn this off. I'm only going to use these three, and we'll just see kind of how that goes. For this totem, that is. Apparently I've made some friends here. They do bleeding damage too, which I don't love. Okay, loot is off, and here we go. So I just tossed my 3 dots there, and you can see they're kind of dying out decently quickly. I'm going to speed this up and actually cast spells at them. But you can see the damage definitely adds up. Alright, what do we get? I see a purple there. Sanguinius. Looking a little, Oh, you know what? I'm not going to make that joke. Okay. Death Omen here. Vitality stuff. +1 to Necro skills, which is nice, I guess. Alright, what do we got here? Shattered Reality. That's going to be shoulders. Tempting. That is actually tempting. I'm not going to use it, but that is tempting. That's a... what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Actually, literally nothing I want. Okay. I guess I can't really be surprised. Chances of getting something you actually want is usually pretty low. But, you know, hope springs eternal, or however that saying goes. Alright, let's just duck up here. I'm checking for the totem, or the treasure trove. It's not here, which means it is going to be down near that devotion shrine, so I'm gonna go get that. It's relatively close. I'm just gonna point this out. Storm charged Arcane Weaver. Just gonna leave this here, you know. not for any reason in particular, you know. Just gonna point it out. Okay, here is my treasure trove. Here is another Ugden Bloom. Okay, Intrepid War Boots. Yeah, none of this. None of this. That's fine. Okay. So we now have Olivioth and Yuvaloth to collect. Now, one of them is going to be in the first little section of the Ugden Bog, and the other one is going to be up near Barrowholm. So let's just go ahead and sell all this stuff. Seeing as how I'm in town already anyway. No. Also, ooh, actually, hang on. Rune Carved of Celerity. Okay, hang on. I needed Elemental and Bleeding Resistance. Do I keep that? I think I keep that. At least for a little bit until my gear is more kind of set. Generals of the Wolf, you can have that. You can have that. Preserving of Voidfire, no. Yeah, no, you can have that as well. Alright. We've also got a bunch of quests we can turn in here as well. Generally speaking, I do the Barrowholm stuff first, and then I come back and do the Coven, so I'm going to do that. However, we need to be here anyway, because I think it's Yuvaloth next. Actually, we'll come back for that as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be Yuvaloth. Basically, he's up here. And if he's not up there, there's a whole bunch of other spawn locations, and I don't check any of them. I'll just exit to menu and reset, and he'll be over here. Having said that, he's over here almost every time anyway. Of course, now that I've said that... There he is. Okay. That's not bad. That is pretty effective. Alright, here we go. So there's Yuvaloth. Down he goes. Let's maybe get out of whatever that is. I think that might have been my own devastation, but anyway, that's fine. There's his heart. Doomforged breastplate again, and again we can't use it. But that's the second one. This is Janaxia's Den, kind of up here. I was actually thinking it's up there, but no, it's just here. And then the third one, if you just go to Barrowholm and backtrack a little bit, you'll find it pretty easily. There's a couple of spawn locations. Generally speaking, I'll check the first two and then reset if he's not there. So first one is just over here. There he is. Easy, easy. Alright, and down he goes. Alright, so we got Purging Gaze. Now, these guys do have their own special hats, and this is one of them. So, comes with its own special mask. Actually, is this one of them? No, it's not. It's not. But they do have their own hats. And they are kind of semi-rare drops. That's not one of them. I was expecting a hat, and then I got a helmet, and I was like, oh yeah, it's totally their rare hat that never drops. It wasn't. But they do have rare hats, and they're kind of okay. Definitely go check them out on Grim Tools if you want to have a look at them. I've never really used them. I always look at them and go, oh yeah, that'd be alright for some sort of build, and then I'm not playing that build, so I sell it and forget about it. But they always struck me as being pretty decent. Alright, so here they are. Nemesis we already know. Yeah, give in to your urges, I dare you. Right, where are we for Barrowholm? They are honored, and we didn't get... It was her. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Kind of was. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this before I forget. We'll eat this, throw that on the floor. Okay, and we are done for these guys for now. I believe the next quest is the Revered quest, and that will actually allow us to summon the Ravager. Which, yeah, no, it's not going to happen. Alright, back to the Coven's Refuge. We'll eat our conversation pie here. A couple more quests for them as well, but we're already revered, so I mean, I definitely don't need to do them. They are XP though, so okay. Okay, I'll do them because they're XP, so seems simple enough. I've also got level 86, beautiful. I've also got Old Maid over here, Guardian Cinder. There's 86. Put a few more points in Spectral Binding. This is really good. Just looking at the flat damage, that was 226 flat Aether damage being added onto Panetti's. So this is really good. Is that actually capped now? 11. So I'll get one more in there, and then it's bar time. Okay. I need to get an Ugdenbloom out of the bank. So give me one of those. And we'll take that over to Goradia. I should have said go on. Okay, already dealt with the, that was for the tree. Sill something or other. Doesn't really matter. We'll talk to Matron Malostria, and we already dealt with the trader and the wards. Okay. The wards. So one of them's over here. That one's pretty easy. We'll get that when we go back. We'll rift back from these two. So one's up here, one's down here, and then one is right next to the rift gate. So I'm just going to clear these ones. Basically, you are here to kill the wraith that just disappeared. This guy right here. The trapped wraith. And we'll just throw a bunch of dots on him, burn him down. And that restores that ward. I'm going to go over to the foot. Probably most people are familiar with the foot by now, but it's this little shape here. There's your big toe, there's your little toe, there's your heel. It's a foot, and right by the big toe is an Ugdenbloom. And then we have another ghost here. May as well throw out Devastation. Not that I think there's anything linked to it at the moment. Is there anything linked to it? No, I didn't think so. Okay, and now we head back to Coven's Refuge. As soon as we get there, we'll have this Wraith to deal with. Again, not particularly difficult, especially because Ill Omen is causing it to run away. And down it goes. Alright, so quest complete. We're going to speak to Matron Malostria at the Coven's Refuge. There we go. It is done. Okay, and now we start the ritual. So nothing here should be too dangerous. I'm going to turn the loot off just in case. But nothing here should be too dangerous except maybe the last monster here. This little totem thing blocking all of the damage I'm throwing at it. Alright, we're going to get rid of Foal. And where's the Basilisk? There he is. Alright. So Stone Basilisk, let's see if we can get a few extra hits on him. We'll throw out the Devastation, although by this point he's pretty much done anyway. And just in case, I'm going to run away, just to get out of whatever group's on the floor. Okay, Blade Dancer's Hand Guards, no, basically none of this. Yep. None of this. Okay, Unyielding of Mending, probably not so much. Okay, we have picked up the Mythical Gildum Arcanum Commendation. Which is not bad. It's not amazing, but okay. Can you stop talking? Thanks. It's not bad, but it's not great, and it's a metal, so I need this metal because of the conversion. So unfortunately,
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Yep. How about I give you what I've got left for a good price? I'm selling, not buying.
Safe storage.
So there we go. That's the Coven stuff done. And that's actually going to be the end of this episode, so I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.